Hi everybody, it's Crystal Callie and I am back finally with another art related video. This video is going to be a comparison of my artwork from around about 2010-2011 to today. And specifically these characters are going to be the exact same characters because the current project I'm working on, the visual novel, is going to be an adaptation of a comic series that I tried to get going back about when I was still in community college, which was somewhere around 2010, 2011, I think. So I'm going to be going through the newer versions of the characters, the main core characters, the five core characters, the newer versions for the visual novel and the old versions for the comic, just to sort of compare and see how far I've come. Alright, so I have these set to change pictures every 30 seconds, and it'll be the new version and then the old versions. I currently have two new versions out because these characters, Amber and Jordan, they are in the newer version, they are siblings. They're actually twins. In the old version, I didn't have them as siblings, but as I was writing it, I sort of realized that their relationship kind of fits. And there's the old version, but their old version Amber, it's yeah. I tried to sort of go with the same like wavy hair down below, but as you could see before, it's a little bit smoother in my newer version. Um, but as I was saying, the relationship between the two was very sort of a sibling rivalry kind of thing, and I thought it made better sense. There's Jordan. Um, I thought it made better sense to make them into siblings. Jordan, uh, the hair I find was kind of okay. I think my strong suit back then was hair. It's probably still my strong suit, but bodies were really square. All right, so now this is Lily Hart. She is the player character in the visual novel series, and she was just the main character of the comic. But this is the new Lily Hart, so this is going to be the player character. I'm thinking I'm gonna draw her in a different outfit for the current visual novel I'm working on, though. I'm sort of back and forth on this one, because it's that's a summery outfit, and this game is supposed to be spring. And there's old Lily. The I noticed that I really, when they say anime eyes are kind of big, I kind of took that to mean half the face. And I think, I think I was kind of trying to go with the squareness. I was kind of trying to go for like a Yu-Gi-Oh style look. But all right, now here's RJ. RJ Evans. This is the new version, and his last name changed, I think. Was it his last name? I don't remember whose last name changed, but I know someone's last name changed. But anyways, I wanted to go with sort of a buff, but like a buff guy, but with fabulous hair, and that was kind of the idea with the old one. But and you'll notice I didn't really draw hands back then. I hated the way I drew hands. They looked like claws, and so anytime I could hide hands, I did. And my sort of trying to make him buff here sort of ended up just being a big square for the torso. And this is the new version of Shane Kirk. He is sort of the leader of the group of characters, of the main characters. Even though Lily's the player character, Shane's kind of the leader. For the first one, anyway, I do plan on making this into a series again. And sometimes the player characters might change. I am working on how to do that. And there's Old Shane. I was really proud of his hair right there. And it's one of my better ones. And I think his eyes ended up being a little more rounded, but they're still really smushed because I tried to make them way too big for the head. And I mean, anime eyes are typically big, but good grief. So there it is, just a quick comparison of what my art was like in 2010 and what my art is like now, 7 years later. I definitely, especially with my own abilities, I tend to make leaps and strides like when I work on it. There was a really long period of time in between the giving up of the haunted comic and the point in time where I picked art back up that I didn't work on drawing too much. But when I apply myself, I find that I really do make leaps and strides in sort of the quality of my work. So, I mean, I guess this is kind of fun to sort of cringe at how bad I was back then, but it's also, if you take anything out of it, it's don't be upset if your art is not where you want it to be, if it's not sort of the quality you want it to be just yet. So that's basically the end of this video. Right now I don't have sort of a finalized synopsis of what the visual novel project is going to be. I can tell you now that it's sort of a mystery, supernatural, somewhat of a comedy kind of feel to it. There are some what I'm hoping will be really intense parts, and some what I'm hoping will be really funny parts. And I'm hoping that I can pull that off pretty well within the writing. And I am hoping to make a series for these characters, but given that this is my first visual novel I've actually ever coded, even though I do know a little bit of the Ren'Py code, I'm going to be starting small. But that's sort of all I've got right now. I don't have anything written up, but as soon as I do, and as soon as I have like finalized promotion art and whatever else, all the sprites finished, I will update you on here on YouTube. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'll put that probably over there or there, probably above where all my social media is, right there. Hit the subscribe button. Also follow me on these social media platforms that you see written out on the screen. I post my finalized art to Newgrounds and DeviantArt. I post work in progress pictures to Instagram and Twitter. And Instagram and Twitter also has a bunch of really random stuff, and Instagram probably has at least 20 pictures of my dog, so if you like dogs, follow me there. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Laters!